Hi everybody, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. This is our cozy and realistic no-mod series where we play as General of the Minutemen, rebuilding the Commonwealth one settlement at a time. This is part 3 of our build here at County Crossing, and I am so excited to get back into it. Now last week we decorated this vault structure, so remember we're doing this build as resettling the Institute refugees. We have some Institute scientists in here. We did this vault structure and we decorated it in our last build, so I'll just review real quick what we did. You walk in here, you have this brief entryway area, you have a little bathroom, hydroponics lab, medical lab, along with a little phoropter in there, and then you have some domestic units upstairs as well as that patio that we were looking into where people like to hang out with. I think is so cool. There's our Institute scientist. Ooh, Smith is up on the plant. We have a small dorm room, and then Elliot's research lab here, and he's sitting, look, he's actually working there. Oh my gosh, I just love how this little vault structure has come out. But now that we've decorated the vault structure, we are good to move on to the rest of the settlement. So the vault structure takes up big chunk of the County Crossing settlement here. But then I still want to do a restaurant, and I want to rebuild this shredded house thing. We do not have a ton of space in the build limit left. We did gain some back by downsizing our little vault structure here, but I think what we'll start with is the restaurant, and then if I'm really forced to abandon my plans for the destroyed house, then it'll just be a destroyed house, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. I have a lot of faith that we're still going to make it something really cool. So let's look at warehouse floors. I'm thinking for the restaurant we want to do it kind of as a warehouse, really just because I'm partial to the warehouse pieces for something like this, and I want to be mindful of the fact that we don't have a ton of space to work with here, so I might keep it to just 3. Just feeling out the layout here. I think we can scooch it a little bit back and a little bit to the side. I really like when my buildings kind of naturally face inward. I don't like that it's going to compete with that bush though. So maybe I'll come out this way. And it can be kind of a natural wall too, because I'm not walling off my settlements. I don't always like the way that that feels. Do we have enough beds? Yes, we have enough beds now that I can get rid of this setup, which I typically do when I start a settlement, just as a please don't get mad at me in the meantime. But we want to keep the defense, so I'll move these turrets. That one can stay where it is. This one would be good here. I'm still hoping we'll catch a synth gorilla. That hasn't happened yet, but doesn't mean it won't. Still could. And then, can we move the campfire? I don't believe we can, so we'll just work around that. 2 campfires. Actually, since we can't move that, let's move our L shape kind of like this, and then maybe this will be sort of outdoor seating. We can feel that out. Now these warehouse pieces, they're so neat, and I just know I don't take advantage of them as much as I could. Let's do a smaller section here. Because I think we could put the dining tables in a section with half walls. Come on, I know. Yeah, I knew you could do that. And then that'll be nice. That'll be nice. That seems a little too ripped up. I don't want a totally destroyed wall, but maybe let's just fit this together and see where we get from it. Because another thing that's so cool to do with these pieces is using the Foley greenhouse ones back here as like a top layer. Like that's really cool looking, but I think the structure we're going with here is just a little too small to make that look realistic. And that's okay. I used so much of our build limit in the vault, and I'm not mad about it. I think it turned out so beautifully. I'm just swapping these so we can do a sign on like the front part. Actually, yeah, I'll swap these two. With the thinking that like we wouldn't want as many open windows towards the external part of the settlement. And then here we can do a sign for the name of this bar. I'm worried this is too small. Because the bar, I want to keep things small, but I don't want to keep them too small. This bar / restaurant, I think, is going to be run by our synth Wednesday, who escaped with these institute scientists. And they've kind of started to accept her. And this is an opportunity for her to really have some ownership and like her own little business here. I think that's cute. I think that makes sense. It makes sense to be kind of smaller too if it's just one person and it is just one synth. Let's grab a door. Structures. Doors. Do we like the way the metal feels? I think so. It is very scrappy warehouse. And I like that the warehouse set does that for us. Ooh, we could use like that. What if this we treat like a sunroom? Oh, I forgot that there are separate warehouse doors. I like that better. We could make this section literally like a little sunroom in the warehouse where people can eat, which is kind of fun. It's a little less realistic to me that the glass wouldn't have shattered, but that's fine. That's really fun. Ooh, let's scroll over to get the greenhouse. Roof section for that. Yeah, I like that a lot. One of you told me about that tip. Instead of exiting workshop mode, you just grab the door and then cancel the action. It's so clever. I love so much when you guys have tips for me in the comments because it's made me so much better at this sort of stuff. Okay, that's just so cool. We have the bar. Let's finish doing the roof, and then we'll look at our other sort of options here. Do we like continuing the sense of the greenhouse with a glass roof, or does that feel like overkill? I really wish y'all could answer my questions in real time sometimes. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That seems fine. I don't know what goes next to this, so maybe it's more like they could meet in the middle, which is always cool. I enjoy doing it that way. Oh, wait, because then we could use these glass pieces again, right? And tie in the greenhouse, like sunroom, to the whole building. Oh, I'm obsessed with that. Oh, that's super lovely. Come on, this way. Yes. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Oh, that's so cool. I was kind of anxious. Oh, I wanted to check which way that door opened, and I'm kind of mad it opened that way, so we're going to replace it. And that's not the one I wanted. I was kind of worried because we were shrinking this a bit because the build limit for County Crossing was so much smaller than I thought it was going to be, honestly. And I worried it wouldn't have the same impact, but that's really cool. I've been trying to figure out how to use like the rafter, not the rafter things, the platform things forever. So I'm just gonna, I don't think they go on, do they go on the roof? Yes, they do go on the roof. Ha ha ha! So I think it'd be actually cool to put one of them back here. And then we can move our turrets back up. Just to give us some better visibility. Oh, this is so cool, you guys. I'm so pleased. I knew we would figure out those roof platforms eventually. That way they get some defense with a good, like, reach. Oh, that's wonderful. Size limit is already in the yellow. I knew it would be. That's okay. My goal here is to make something cozy and realistic and not necessarily just go, you know, full out crazy everything you could possibly do in every single settlement, because that's not as realistic to me. I want it to be cozy and believable for them, and what's cozy and believable for us is that we only have a few things left in this size limit. Okay, so tell me if you think this is cute or tasteless. Please let me know what you think in the comments, not the Commonwealth. I think because they're Institute refugees, I think calling this CIT, but having CIT stand for the Commonwealth Institute of Taste, I came up with that one night and I was like, that's exactly what I have to do. It's so stupid but funny. Oh, Commonwealth isn't gonna fit. No. Common where's the I? Common Institute Taste, CIT. I love this. I'm running with it. I don't care. I don't care if nobody else likes it. I do wish so much sometimes that y'all were with me live for these builds, which reminds me that the channel is getting close to 10,000 subscribers. I know I've been saying that for a while, but last I checked, it was at like 9.7, which is really good. I really can't believe how fast this channel has grown and how fun it's been, and I really love doing these builds. So once we do hit that 10K, I will pick a date and we will do one of these live. I won't switch to doing all of them live. I really like, personally, that I have time to like add captions for people who like watching with captions. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I like that people can watch it when they want, because I know one time isn't going to work for everybody. I know you guys are all over the place. If you're watching this in a different time zone or different country, please let me know. I think that's so cool, and I'd love to know. I'm looking for the dining. Yeah. And can we do 2 of these on this side, or are we going to have to do it horizontally? I think we're going to have to do it horizontally, yeah, because that's going to break outside that window. I'm just going to move this one out of the way. And we're going to position this one all the way in the corner that we can. And it looks like it'll let me really push it farther out than it should. But I don't want it to look broken, you know? How's that feel? I think that feels pretty good. So we'll have two dining seats. And then maybe a bar option for people who are just getting drinks. And I think the counter works so well for that. I love the counter. It's such an underrated piece. And we'll grab some bar stools. I was going to say not that one because it's too clean, but I mean, we are doing an Institute refugee build, so maybe yes, that one. And put 2 there. And then I want a little plant. I've got one eye on that size meter, but I still need a plant. I can't compromise on that. Okay, so we've got restaurant, we have 2 stools, we have diner counters. I would love something on this wall, but I don't know what I'm looking for here. Because I want it to feel Institute, but also New Commonwealth, but also something that a synth would choose, you know? Because Wednesday did work as a synth in the Institute, and the 2 scientists that got out and led this charge out took her with. Like, they thought she deserved that freedom. Right, some of these seem promising, and some of them don't, but you can't really go wrong. So maybe we'll just find Nuka-Cola one feels... It feels homey and comfortable. And since we did Nuka-Cola, maybe we also do the Nuka-Cola clock. That'll get covered. I don't want to do 2 on the same side. We kind of got to spread this out because we don't have a because we don't have a ton of build space yet left. Not yet. There. Okay. Nuka-Cola clock. Restaurant sign. I know this is more under decorated than I would usually do it, but I like it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. So I say we leave it as is and try and make something out of that house space. And let's grab our girl while we're here. I don't know where she is.
You hear about that farm run by Google?
Oh, I forgot to fix this bench.
Isn't that
Whoops.
something?
But this is
Farming's
Wednesday.
as honest as
Yeah.
honest work gets.
You are not a farmer, though, girl. Let me spin this around real quick. There we go. Okay, now you come with me. I think it's important that she has, like, an important job with a lot of income here, because I think otherwise it'd be hard to justify why she would stay, especially because Smith and Elliot, the other 2 refugees, I don't think they're as welcoming as the 2 scientists in green. This is the house of the 2 brothers that originally had this settlement. And I had kind of hoped if we had enough space, I would do like something on top, like a big house structure on top to give them more living room, but I don't think I can swing that. So instead, we'll just clean up what they do have here. And I just think these would look a little nicer. And more hygienic, too. There's risks of putting your mattress right on the floor with mold and ventilation and stuff. So let's still give them an empty mattress, but we'll make it a little taller so they don't risk mold under their mattress. That's what I can do for them. Kind of a low bar here in the Commonwealth. And I would love to just give them like a cozy place to sit, you know? Ooh, actually, maybe the end table moves back there. I feel like that post is going to make it so hard for them to do anything back there. Let's use it as storage instead then, because they don't have anywhere to put their stuff. But now that they've got more traffic coming into County Crossing, I feel like they can justify a little more stuff. Gosh, I know that pole is going to make that really difficult to use, but I think they're going to have to live with it. Let's put their candles back. Just like that. There. Minimalistic, for sure. But cozy enough that I don't feel too bad that I didn't redo their whole setup. Can I give them a door, or I can't give them a door? It kind of seems like I cannot give them a door, but I would love for them to have a door. That seems like a pretty basic feature for safety. So let's pillar glitch them a door. I know some people were sad that I downsized the vault after I built it, and I totally get why. Sometimes it's so fun to see how big something can be built and how exciting and wonderful and all that. But sometimes I just want to do something cute and cozy and not game breaking too. All right, I think I can do this on this side. The pillar is just in such a weird place for this. Let's try and move it, and then we'll group select again. Will that work? Yeah, hopefully that gives us, that gives us much better control. Okay. I just need the hinge to be close enough that we can say it's touching. And I think that is, nope, not close. It is hard to gauge distance. Maybe we make it look like it's already kind of partially open. What am I collisioning? Oh, I let go of my mouse and it kind of moved. If I open it, I don't hate that. I think that's fine. It, to me, is enough for them to be able to close it off if they need to. And that's just fine with me. Okay. With our last remnants of the size meter, I can finally tell you what I wanted to do in here, which was make a museum of things from the Institute. And usually I would do that by rebuilding this house, which I know we can do, but now I'm thinking maybe we don't spend build limit rebuilding the house. Let's just feel out what that would look like. Is it about 3 wide? Yeah, it's pretty much exactly 3 wide. Oh, that makes it so easy. But I feel like this takes up the entire thing. Why does that only want to go that way? Did I do the walls backwards? I didn't realize there was a way to do these walls backwards. Maybe there is. Yep, there is. Who knew? All right, I like this kind of looking thing because it does kind of look scrappy. Yeah. Maybe we... I was going to say maybe we only do 2. Will this snap to the roof next to it? Yeah. Okay. No, it's so cool that I don't want to compromise. But we might have to compromise. I'm looking for the track supports that'll help make this look supported, but they might not go in there. Oh, maybe we just put them right in front. Yeah, that still intersects enough for me to be happy with it. I think that's lovely. Like that. Let's exit workshop mode so I can... Yeah, it is not the most perfect repair in the world, but for what we're working with and what we're left with, I think it's nice. My vision here was display chests, some armor mannequins, and I wanted to give or put a store for the other brother to have something to do. Because remember, there were 2 brothers here at this settlement originally, and one of them is staying farmer, And the other one, I thought it'd be cute to make this like a gift shop, and put a general store in here for him to be assigned to as like a gift shop. I think it's a cute idea. So we'll still put that down. Furniture. It's not furniture. What is it that I'm looking for? Is it decorations display? Yes, it is. Display cases. I think this could be cool. Oh, that doesn't want to go on the pile of garbage. Shocker. I think we can rug glitch that. Let's just put it there for now to get around. I mean, we've got so much left limit-wise, but we'll do that and that. I don't know how many things I have to display. I did collect some things. We'll do that. Okay. I still have a little sliver left. We just might make this perfectly. So I personally already blew up the Institute. I did that way early in this playthrough so we would have a chance of getting the Resettle Refugees quest, which we did, and it has been such a delight because I've never gotten that quest before. The issue with that is that a lot of stuff in the Institute I didn't think to collect before. So I did use console commands to give me some of these things, but you could just as easily collect all of these things without using any cheats. Technically, you can get Father's lab coat. I think you do have to kill him while you're facing him, and then you can loot it. But there is a way to get it legitimately in game. So I didn't feel too bad about using a console command to put it in my inventory because I think it's just so perfect for an Institute museum. And I really think they would have something like an Institute museum at, wherever they resettled. I think it would get a lot of tourism. I think it would help them preserve their history and give them something to learn from, all that good stuff. So what did I have? I had a Courser uniform and Father's lab coat. So let's do Father's lab coat here. That's just so perfect for here. Oh my gosh. I was going to say what would be really excellent is if we had lighting, if we could put lights on them. But then my next thought was we don't have the space to do another generator, but we have a generator right outside for water production. So I actually think we can justify just putting some lights in. Track lights is what I'm thinking. Like this. And this. And then one here for this. We're close. I know we're close. I just need one of these and one wire. Why doesn't it want to snap? I don't think wires take up space in the build limit. Oh, that is so worth it. That is so cool. Wow, that is even more lovely than I imagined. Courser uniform, I think, is good too. Do coursers wear glasses? I don't know if they all do, but that seems really cool, so I'm going to keep it. I don't think his light is pointing as directly at him, so let me move that a little. Yeah, that's the stuff, let me tell ya. And then this, can I put activate? Oh, okay, I just had to open it. That's lovely. I didn't really know I could do that, to be honest. I thought that it'd be cool to do some of the food packets. Maybe an Institute rifle. And then a synth component. I put everything in this cooler so I wouldn't lose it, but isn't that cool? And we can drop stuff. Dropping stuff won't... It is adding things to the build limit because, right, anything that renders in here, the game engine does have to render, so it should technically be counted. But I don't think it actually increases the little size limit slider thing. So we'll be able to get away with this, but if you do it a bunch, it will make your game unstable. But it's not a cheat. Purified water. Was there, sorry, I was talking and so I wasn't paying attention. Was there like Institute water or something else, or was it just the food packets? Because these, oh, they're so cool for a museum like this. Let's just arrange these all. And you can buy these in the Institute if you haven't blown it up. Which way is up? Uh-oh. No, that is up. Because this would be such a neat museum on like how they were living underground, what they ate, what they did, what they believed. What am I looking for? Synth helmet. Gosh, Robes of Adam's Devoted. I do want to do at some point a full like cult of Children of Adam build, and I've been thinking more and more about doing that at Abernathy, because I think a church there would be so cool. Do a synth helmet on display. Whoop. And then the rifle was the other thing that I think would go in there so well. I hope no settler like grabs this, but I think they all have their own weapons, so they wouldn't need to take it out of a display case. Sometimes that's annoying, especially with power armor. They'll just take it. Okay, Institute bottled water is something different, and maybe I didn't grab those. Let's grab all of them. Oop. And then we're not shooting it. I wanted to take the purified water. Institute bottled water. Oh, they kind of stood themselves up. Does that look the right way around, or does that look upside down? That looks correct. Spinning is so unnecessarily difficult. Okay, there we go. There we go. I love that it has their logo on them. I wish there was a way to get the Institute flag, but that I couldn't figure out how to get because I'm not aligned with the Institute, because I did make an enemy out of them, and that's fair. But a flag in this museum, oh, that'd be so cool. Probably should have unlocked all the flags for all the factions before I did the main quest in this playthrough. But this is really just I'm building settlements playthrough, so I don't mind as much. That's lovely. And then one more. I need it to rotate the other way. Why is this so difficult? Okay, you come here. Okay, that's fine. We're just gonna... Do you think I can get it on top of these two other ones? Oh, that's excellent. And was there another food packet I dropped? Yes, there was. That's perfect. And if I close that, oh, that's so lovely. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have Father's lab coat, we have a courser, we have Institute food, weapons, helmets. This, I think we can make this our synth. Who's walking there? Who are you? Is that Doc Weathers? Isn't he an Institute informant? He'd be perfect for this too. Oh, we have two other... Okay. I was thinking we could do an Institute Division head coat and then like a synth fully going on. Which chest piece? I just had a variety of these things. Let me take them all. And we'll make her the synth. If we have any room in our build limit, which it doesn't look like we do, honestly. But if we did, putting a division head next to Father would be cool. That didn't stop us. I love playing with the limits of this game. Was it Division Head or Institute Division Head? What was it called? Probably Institute. Why am I not seeing it? Are you guys seeing it? We definitely took it. I'm scrolling back up to the top, and y'all can watch me remember my ABCs. Army fatigues, farmhand. Am I like scrolling right past it? That's why I put things in the cooler. I knew I would lose them in my own inventory. I know I'm scrolling past it. I know it because I've forgotten what it's called. I've forgotten what it's called at this point. Okay, that's fine. I know all the comments on this video are going to be about how it's right there. Let's do the synth one. That one at least I know because I know I saw it. Synth uniform goes on first. And then I liked how the field helmet looked. Synth right leg, right arm. And then what was left? Left. Oh, these are combat armor. Let me start to dress it up so we can see what's missing. No, there, heavy stuff. We have the right, we need the left. Just some cool variety of the heavy versus sturdy to see how that looks. That's really cool. Where is that division head outfit? Am I crazy? Did I just not pick it up? That's what happened, isn't it? Oh my God, that's so embarrassing. So we do have to do a live one of these streams soon, so you all can help me out because that was really... Yikes. But that's fine. And I don't know alphabetical order, which is probably making this difficult. But it was Institute. Institute starts with an I. Institute starts with an I. G-H-I. Oh my goodness. Well, thank goodness that looks really cool because that is absolutely worth it. That's amazing. Oh, this is really cool. I was really worried about how much we'd be able to do, but that's super worth it. That's super worth it. Let's put down a chair for our guy. We'll assign him. And then I'm not sure there's anything else we can do, so it might be sleep until morning and then do our full tour. Now, where's our remaining guy? It's not this guy. Ooh, if we have a little bit of space, maybe we put some patio chairs next to the campfires just to make these spaces a little cozier. Yeah, the last thing we put down, that's cute. Okay. Oh, they've both assigned themselves to farming, but you are actually going to come with me and be our, what's the word I'm looking for? Not guest shop, gift shop. Our gift shop owner. Yes, we've got brother 1, brother 2. Our synth is somewhere because she made those noodles. Doc Weathers, who's just a visiting institute informant. Maybe they can't figure out how to get down. That's possible. It's very possible. All right, let's sleep till morning so we can get some good sunlight, and then we'll do our full tour. Oh, look at the sun coming up on the Commonwealth Institute of Taste. Common Institute Taste. I guess that doesn't really have the same ring to it. All right, it is time for our full tour of County Crossing. County Crossing is this small farming settlement owned by these two brothers. We've moved there plot of land that they can farm with over here into this little survival corner where they have a water purifier, a generator, and some mute fruit trees. We have used the rest of their farmland for this lovely vault. A lot of our settlers here are refugees from the Institute, which was blown up by the Minutemen. They gave the evacuation order, so a lot of the scientists have come here to live and work instead. So we have 2 scientists that work in here. These are the 2. Hello.
Let me take a look at you.
Thank you. Nope, I'm not interested right now. These 2 are the 2 that led the charge to go resettle, ask the Minutemen for help, which was super brave of them. So they really believe in the Minutemen and the good. Oh, she's back there.
Lost everything.
She's very happy, I promise. That's the clinic. Over here we have the hydroponics lab. So this is run by a guy named Smith. He has some resources. He sleeps right next to his crops because his experiments are running all the time, but he's got some corn, some mute fruit. He's doing a lot of studies to see how they can make it more efficient and take some of what he learned in the Institute and apply it to the good of the Commonwealth. They have a small shared bathroom here, and then upstairs, I can't get these benches right. Upstairs, we have some domestic units. So we have the 2 scientists in green that work down in that clinic. And then we have the bed of one of the synths that they brought with them, Wednesday, who owns the restaurant, which we will see in a bit. We have a little patio here with some tables and chairs where they can look out over here. And then back here we have Elliot's lab. So Elliot...
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Great. Elliot is doing some research here. He also sleeps in here. Elliot was more of a die-hard Institute supporter. He is here in the Commonwealth because he has nowhere else to go. But he is on the brink of some research that is proving to him that he has to admit that life can grow and survive and thrive out here in the Commonwealth. So he's slowly coming around to this way of life. Coming back down here, we can talk about the restaurant, which is the Commonwealth Institute of Taste, aka the Common Institute Taste, or CIT. This is run by the synth that was part of the group of refugees. This is Wednesday, and this is her little diner. And here in this little sunroom, I think it's absolutely just so lovely with those warehouse pieces. Coming back out here, I shouldn't have left such an underwhelming part of the tour for late, but this is the original structure that was here. We have replaced the floor mattresses with these 2 elevated mattresses and just giving them a dresser for some of their storage. And then here, this is kind of the crown jewel of County Crossing. This is the Institute Museum. So we have a tiny gift shop here. This guy can also help give you directions if you're a trader passing by, you just need some help. But we have a bunch of relics from the Institute. We have Father's lab coat, we have a division head lab coat, we have a courser lab coat, not lab coat, just outfit. And then we have some of the Institute food packets, Institute water, Institute rifle, even a synth helmet. It is important for them to remember their history and learn from it and share this with the people of the Commonwealth who, for so long the Institute has been just a boogeyman for them. And having this set up here where they can, meet people, realize that they're safe, realize that they're here to help will also help alleviate a lot of the fear of technology running rampant in the wastelands. We are still waiting for a gorilla, for the record. I still have hope. Because we've hooked this up. It's running any day now. Any day now we might get a synth gorilla. You can also see we've filled up the size limit completely. This is all you can do in County Crossing without glitching it. And I think it came together wonderfully. We have our museum, we have our restaurant, we have the original structure here. And then we did put a ton into this vault structure. It's just so cool. And I just want to circle it here so you guys can see all of it, because I think the way the structures came together, the windmill on top, it's so lovely. I'm so pleased with it. I really loved this build. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed this build, please do check out my playlist of all of my builds. I will be back next week, and since we've completed County Crossing, we'll be back somewhere new. Don't know where that's going to be yet, so let me know in the comments where you want to see happen next. We are coming up on 10,000 subscribers, and once we hit that, we'll do a live stream somewhere. So also let me know what location you'd like for that to be in. Right now, I'm leaning towards Hangman's Alley because it seems like a reasonable build we could complete together in a stream, but let me know what you're thinking. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you next week, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye.